Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody's using a trial version of Photograv, and one of the things wrong with Photograv, it leaves a black or a background. And if you're going to engrave this on a laser with black granite tile, this is all going to engrave away solidly gray. So we need to fix that. So I had her send me the original picture. She wants to do it 12 by 12, but she was going to test it. And I'm going to show her how to test it, but you might as well go ahead and go with 12 by 12. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 13. I'm going to nudge my box out of the way. I'm going to take that and make a duplicate and nudge it out of the way twice. We need to get the white background away from this picture first. Object, order, back of page, you can see the white background. Go to trace bit. I normally make it smaller, but for this, I'm going to keep it the same. So I'm going clip art. It traces it pretty good because there's not that much in the background. And say, okay. Now I'm going to move it over. It did a really good job. Don't worry about that it looks so pixelized. I'm going to leave a lot of the gray part. I'm going to take away some of it, but I'm going to go to Object, Group, and Ungroup. And I'm going to get rid of that white right there on his neck. I'm going to get rid of that gray glob. And at this time, you might want to look at it in wireframe just to see if there's any little fragments left around. It doesn't seem to be. So let's go back to View and Enhance. Now, I am going to group this together and hit P and put it at the center of the page. Matter of fact, I need to move that other one out of the way. Well, that is in the center. Now, I'm going to make sure my box is in the center. And that looks pretty good. Whoop, you don't move it. Nudge it. So now what we can do, I want that box there, but I'm going to move the guy or the people out of the way. Then I'm nudging. I'm going to take another rectangle and I'm going to use the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to fill that in and I'm going to move that over. Now, too trained to thought, but I'm going to use the easy way to do it. I'm just going to grab the Smart Fill again. I'll pick a different color this time and fill that in. And then I'm going to put it on top of our original picture. I moved it. I don't want to move it. I want to nudge it in case I have to do it again. I'm going to grab, I need to get the yellow out of the way. I'm going to grab both these and I'm going to intersect. And then I'm going to nudge it over. And if we bring in our yellow box, our background is gone. Now we've got some weird stuff around their hair, which I don't understand. So let's do this again. Let's just delete that. Let's do it again. This is where, yeah, I see the white now. There must be some trash. Well, you know what? It's not really white, it's gray. So what we do, let's bring the yellow box back in. Let's get rid of some of that. Even though that's going to engrave, I think, pretty good. We need to ungroup it for this to work. Take your pick tool and let's get rid of some of that brown. I think I deleted my box, but that's fine. Maybe that on the side of his face. See, there's some trash. I'm going to leave that, maybe get rid of that. So what I can do now is let's zoom in here and grab the smoothing tool. Well, that's not going to work yet. So now what I can do, let's just get rid of that, is I can take my 12-inch box. Well, let's get rid of this for a second. Let's just draw another rectangle. Make sure you have everything in there. Smart Fill. Move it out of the way in just a second. Smart Fill it You don't have to use a different color, but I am, just so you can see it. Now I'm going to nudge that out. I'm going to nudge my box out of the way for just a second. And I'm going to grab both these and I'm going to go intersect. Look at that, it removed. So I would maybe remove some of the matter from his head, but really it's going to engrave. So we'll just continue with this. Now, remember that we're working in the center of the page. So I'm going to hit P and put that in the center of the page. That's going to be pretty important. Let's just double check this and it still fits. So now what I'm going to do is turn this into a grayscale. Go to bitmap, mode, and grayscale. Now, just for a second, I'm going to delete everything on the page. I'm going to hit P, put that in the center of the page. I'm going to hit F4 to make sure everything's gone. And see, it's not. So now I'm going to hit F4 again. And I am going to convert this, or no, I'm going to export it as a JPEG. Two people. Gray. Export it. Now, when you say OK, I want to back up and put that back, okay? Because I want that box. I'm going to open up Photograv. I'm going to open image. And I called it two people, gray. You know, a lot of times if you don't do that, it doesn't know where to look. Go to resize image, and for some reason it's a little bit different. And I really don't know how to change that. We want $300 per inch. But if I make this 12, the other's going to say 12. See, now we're close enough. Now, interactive mode is where you can do some really fancy stuff. Select material. We're going to go with black granite. She already knows how to do this because she did an excellent job. Final process. Now, inside of Photograv, it doesn't look very good. It looks great, but go up and save image. Engrave. Two people engraved. Successfully done. Go back into Corel. Right click and import it. Two people. The engineered one or engraved bitmap. And I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. See, it's a little bit off from my original. At this time, we could make it 12 by 12. You should not change the size. Man. Oh, I had my ratio locked. And then hit P. So now those two pictures ought to be exactly in the right spot. Now, if you remember this, so for a second, we're going to nudge my rectangle out of the way. Probably don't even need it anymore. And I remember this box right here that I did not move. I nudged. Take all this and intersect that. And look at that. The background is gone. Now, very easily, now you can move stuff and delete all this. Now, I think her laser bed that she sent me the file was 24 by 12. So, and that's going to be a little bit hard on with a 12-inch tile. Now, what I don't like is I should have trimmed off more of his hair in the original deal, but that's not really what the video is about. It came out looking just like hers. She actually did a little bit better job. And then, you know, probably the easiest way to would make a 12 by 12 rectangle. And then you can grab this, grab everything and put it in the top left corner of your laser. You can get rid of the box, but there's no background anymore. It got rid of the background. Object, order, back a page. So definitely when you do it, do what I did, but get rid of some of this other garbage. It might still engrave. Now, she was afraid to waste like a piece of tile. What I would do and what I do in this case, the man's face or the woman's face is the most important thing. They almost look identical. Make a copy of that. Take this one and with it selected, take the crop tool and see that's less than 4 by 4 and crop it and run that with your laser. If you don't like it, you could run 4 tests on a piece of tile. I'm almost guaranteed that's going to look spectacular. Her teeth, her eyes show up, and all a Photograv is doing is putting bitmap dots. So once you clean this up a little more, I think you'll be happy and set to go. And if you don't, I think you're going to love this. You know, making it 4 by 4, the people would be so little, it might not look as the same anyway. Man, that's almost drives your eyes batty. And then I don't know what brand of laser you have, but if you don't have to do anything special, just run it regular. You know, maybe that'd be a good case. Run this at 300 dots per inch, move it over here, run it at 400 dots per inch, and just see which one you like. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.